Hello, Paul is the best for UK here, and welcome to the video. This is the 13th of February 2019, should I say. This is Wednesday, and this is Doom. So this is by Rage Software, and this is Doom on the Sega Saturn. So we'll wait for it to load up. Have a drink of coffee. Sorry if my microphone picks it up, it's quite sensitive to picking up sounds. But yeah, so this is Doom on the Sega Saturn. Here it comes. The logo emerges from the fire, and yeah, there's the fire. The fire looks very nice, and the fire fizzles out to reveal ID Software 1993 and 1996. Press start. So we start the game. And as you can see, it says loading, and then we are presented with the options. So okay, I'll have I am a win because I'm not very good at these games. And yeah, you can actually have cooperative, but I think you need to link two Sega Saturns together. And so let's start the game. So we'll load up level 1 nicely. And as you can see, this is Doom. Now, this game was obviously on the PC originally. From the 386 was its minimum requirement, and this Sega Saturn port seems like it's running on a 386. Unfortunately, even though it's all here pretty much, the frame rate is very slow on the Sega Saturn version of Doom, and it's sad in a way because the graphics look great, they look the part, they look just like the PC original pretty much, but the frame rate is really slow, unfortunately. Open the door. You see how slow the door opens. You can. I mean, it's still playable. It's just got a pretty bad frame rate. You can't change the screen size, I don't think, like you could on the PC to make it faster. But I mean, it's still playable. It's you use the left and right shoulder buttons for strafe and stuff. And yeah, granted, if you never had no other systems back in the day, and you had the expensive at the time Sega Saturn, and you wanted the Doom experience, and you had no PC or anything to compare it to, then yeah, it would have been a good game to have, because it does play quite well considering it's if you compare it to a 486 with level 1 cache, it's very, very slow. But we have to bear in mind that back in them days, the 486 was £1,000 or near enough, or well, it was in the early 90s anyway. Anyway, so this is a Doom on the Sega Saturn, and it's good. Yeah, it's not great. It's sadly lacking a decent sort of frame rate. Good points. The graphics are true to the original. The sound sounds good as well because it's atmospheric music and stuff, and there's not much more I could say. It's a first person. It's one of the first person games, and of this complexity. Sorry, I couldn't say that word. And yeah, it's just sadly let down by that frame rate issue. And there's not much more you can really say. It's Doom. It's a game that you should probably still have it in your collection, but don't pay over the odds for it if it's an expensive one. I'm not quite sure these days. But yeah, that's Doom on the Sega Saturn. I will say the PlayStation 1 experience was a lot better, unfortunately. But yeah, so Doom on the Sega Saturn, I would still say it's better than the SNES version, the Super Nintendo version. But it was impressive to even get that running on a Super Nintendo, so I would give this one not such a high score as most of my other ones, a 6 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.